Good morning, friends. In last session, we were discussing about soil profile. In this topic, we have seen about different horizon. That is A horizon, B horizon, C horizon, and last one was bedrock. Okay, and we have seen that in A horizon, what is there? Okay, simply normally humus are there. Okay, so after that one in B horizon, we have seen that some minerals will be there. Okay, and in C also some more minerals will be there, hard mineral. Okay, and we have seen that in this increasing order, or simply we can say A, B, C, and this bedrock, this soil is becoming hard. Okay, harder simply. So this is some basic things we have discussed regarding this soil profile in the last session. In this session, we are going to discuss our next topic, that is topic number 9.3, soil types. Okay. So first of all, in this topic, you are given this definition of soil is already given in the bold font, but let's underline it. As you know, weathering of rocks produces small particles of various materials. This includes sand and clay. The relative amount of sand and clay depends upon the rock from which the particles were formed. That is the parent rock. Okay. The, the mixture of rock particles and humus is called the soil. Okay, in this profile also, soil profile also, you can see that here we have seen that in this A horizon, humus will be there. Okay, what is the humus? The rotting dead matter in the soil is called humus. Okay. Okay, so the mixture of rock particles and humus is called the soil. Living organisms such as bacteria, plant roots, and earthworms are also important parts of any soil. Okay, because simply one of the most important reason for the importance of this thing are it helps to make this soil simply very soft, we can say. Okay, okay, or another word you are given. Okay, that is simply we can say it helps to make the soil very fruitful. Okay, which can be helpful in the agriculture also. Okay, the soil is classified on the basis of the proportion of particles of various sizes. Okay, what is the main factor classified on the basis of the proportion of particles of various sizes? If soil contains greater proportion of big particles, it is called sandy soil. Okay, simply greater proportion of big particles, then it called sandy soil. If the proportion of fine particles is relatively higher, then is called clay soil. Soil. If the amount of large and fine particle is about the same. Okay, if the amount of large particle are higher, okay, simply then the other one simply, then it will be sandy soil. If the amount of fine particles are higher than or greater than, it will be clay soil. And uh, if both of them are same simply, then the soil is called loamy. Okay, loamy type of soil. Okay, so this is the basic classification we can say. Okay, on the basis of the proportion of the proportion of particle of various sizes. Okay, thus the soil can be classified as sandy, clay, and as loamy. Okay, the sizes of the particles in a soil have a very important influence on its properties. Sand particles are quite large. They cannot fit closely together. Simply, we can see that they are close together, but it must have some spaces between them. Okay, or simply void. Okay? And it can be checked with the help of some water. Okay, simply if you will provide some water, then you can just understand that thing. Sand particles are quite large, they cannot fit closely together, so there are large space between them. These spaces are filled with air. Okay, we say that the sand is well aerated. Water can drain quickly through the spaces between the sand particles. See, okay, with the help of this some water, you can understand that this the soil is either there is a sandy or clay or loamy. So sandy soils tend to be light, well aerated, and rather dry. Simply, okay. You can take an example at the seashore. Generally, okay, this soil is generally sandy. Okay, so sandy soil tends to be light, well aerated, and rather dry. Clay particles being much smaller, packed tightly together, leaving a little space for air. Okay, unlike sandy soil, water can be held in the tiny gaps between the particles of clay. Okay, this type of soil you can generally get at the park. Okay, because it is generally holds some more water. Okay, so and that's why. So clay soils have little air, but they are heavy as they hold more water than the sandy soils. Okay, that's why it can be used at the park. The best topsoil for growing plants is loam. Loamy soil is a mixture of sand, sand clay, and another type of soil particle known as silt. Silt occurs as a deposit in riverbeds. The size of the silt particles is between those of sand and clay. Okay, we can say it is a medium sized particle simply. The loamy soil also has humus in it. It has the right water holding capacity for the growing of plants. Okay, so if somebody will ask you that which type of soil is best for the growing plants, then you can say that loamy soil. Okay, because uh, it is a rule for the plants that you cannot provide some less water, okay, or more water. Only sufficient water is the okay is best for the growing plants. Okay, so that's it for today. In next session we will discuss about this activity 9.3. That's it for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day to all of you.